You're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
Former Yamaha boss Lin Jarvis has once again made headlines after making some sharp comments following the 2025 Hungarian MotoGP. Jarvis admitted he was both surprised and impressed by Marquez's extraordinary performance, which continued to dominate the race and secure another first-place finish, marking yet another consecutive victory. According to Jarvis, Marquez's string of victories is no coincidence but rather a testament to the Spanish rider's consistency and extraordinary ability to capitalize on every opportunity. "I've been in the MotoGP paddock for a long time, and it's rare to see a rider maintain such a winning rhythm under such intense pressure. Marquez has proven that he's not just fast, but also smart and knows when to attack," Jarvis said. Jarvis also noted that Marquez's success poses a serious threat to his rivals, including major manufacturers like Yamaha, Aprilia, and KTM. "If this continues, it's hard to imagine who could stop him. Marc's consistency truly reminds me of Valentino Rossi's golden era, where every race felt like déjà vu with the same outcome. He was always at the front," he added. With the results in Hungary, Marquez has solidified his position at the top of the standings, and for Jarvis, this is proof that experience, mental toughness, and self-confidence are the key factors in the increasingly intense modern MotoGP competition. Jarvis concluded his comments with admiration. "Marc isn't just a fast rider, he's a true champion who knows how to turn pressure into motivation. That's why he can win repeatedly, even when many doubt him." And here's the full news. The 2025 Hungarian MotoGP once again served as a proving ground for Marc Marquez. The Ducati rider secured another victory, extending his winning streak this season. The result came as a surprise to many, including former Yamaha boss Lin Jarvis, who has closely observed the ups and downs of top riders' performances over the years. Jarvis, known as one of the most influential figures in the MotoGP paddock for over 2 decades, couldn't hide his admiration. In his view, what Marc is achieving right now is extremely rare in modern racing history. "I'm truly amazed by how Marquez maintains his consistency. Winning once or twice is normal, but winning consecutively, facing younger, stronger rivals, and more competitive bikes, that's extraordinary," Jarvis said after the race in Hungary. He added that Marquez's string of victories isn't just about the speed of the Ducati bike, but the result of a combination of experience, courage, strategy, and the steel-like mentality of a true world champion. Jarvis noted that only a few riders can reach such a level. Marc has shown that age is no barrier. Many doubted him a few years ago, but now he's proven who he truly is, a great rider who never loses his winning instinct, he added. Jarvis even compared Marquez's current dominance to the golden era of Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo. According to him, Marquez's consecutive victories strongly resemble the days when Rossi or Lorenzo were almost always the favorites on every track. The difference is that Marquez is doing it in an era that is far more competitive, where there is no longer a significant gap between factory bikes and satellite bikes. "Everyone now has a chance, but Marc is able to make a huge difference from his own bike," said the British man. Not only that, Jarvis also views Marquez's success as a warning sign for other manufacturers. Yamaha, Aprilia, KTM, and even Marc's teammate at Ducati must find new strategies if they don't want to continue falling behind. If this situation continues, Marc could secure the title sooner than expected. He stays calm, doesn't panic, and always knows when to attack. "That's a combination rarely found in any rider," he added. Jarvis also emphasized that Marquez's success is the result of his strong determination to return to the top after enduring a difficult period with a long-term injury and a challenging time with Honda. "I think many have forgotten that he once hit rock bottom. But now he's back, even stronger, more mature, and more dangerous. That's what surprises and impresses me," Jarvis said with respect. With his victory in Hungary, Marc Marquez has further solidified his position at the top of the provisional standings. For Jarvis, this situation is clear proof that the rider from Cervera is in his prime, and his rivals must find new ways to stop him. Marc isn't just a fast rider. He's a gladiator on the track. Every time the starting flag is waved, he enters with the mindset, I will win no matter what. That's what sets him apart from other riders, Jarvis concluded. The 2025 Hungarian MotoGP once again demonstrated Marc Marquez's sharpness on the track. Meanwhile, from Aprilia Racing, their CEO, Massimo Rivola, was clearly disappointed and confused. In the paddock, Rivola repeatedly shook his head, as if in disbelief at what had just happened to his rider, Marco Bezzecchi. Bezzecchi, who had been given great hopes with a solid start and a competitive position in the early laps, ultimately succumbed to Marc Marquez's brutal onslaught. What initially looked promising turned into a spectacle of Marquez's Ducati devouring every small advantage Aprilia held. Rivola remained silent, then spoke with a meaningful sentence. Marco tried everything. He fought with his heart, but our bike seemed unable to maintain its performance when Marc approached. Once the Ducati started to unleash its power, we had no answer, said Rivola, sounding disappointed. So what was the real problem? Was the Aprilia bike losing power on the straights? Was the problem with the rear tire wearing out too quickly? Or was it a setup that lacked balance between speed and stability? Rivola himself didn't deny that Aprilia still has significant work to do. We knew the bike had potential. But that potential disappeared in the final stages of the race. Bezzecchi couldn't withstand Marc's onslaught because every small weakness was immediately exploited, he continued. For Rivola, the failure to hold off Marquez wasn't just a matter of losing on the track, but also a reflection of Aprilia's need to quickly address the fundamental problems with their RSGP package. According to observers, several factors revealed Aprilia's weaknesses. First, the Ducati's stronger acceleration made it difficult for Bezzecchi to maintain position on the straights. Second, uneven tire degradation caused Bezzecchi's bike to lose grip at crucial moments. And third, Marc Marquez's experience in wheel-to-wheel duels always puts additional psychological pressure on his opponents. Bezzecchi himself could only sigh after the race. He admitted that he had tried to close every gap, but Marquez's Ducati always found a way to overtake. I tried to hold on, but my bike was shaking too much under braking. When Marc came, I couldn't do anything, Bezzecchi said. Aprilia now faces a crossroads. If the technical issues aren't addressed soon, they risk continuing to be victims of Marc Marquez's resurgence in the 2025 season. Rivola frankly admitted, we have to be honest with ourselves. There's something wrong with our bike package. If we don't find a solution soon, Bezzecchi will never be able to fight Marc in this condition. Rivola's shaking of the head in the paddock wasn't just an expression of disappointment, but a stern warning to the entire Aprilia technical team. They must work harder, find a breakthrough, and give Bezzecchi a weapon worthy of the duel. Because without that, every time they face Marquez, the result will be the same. Aprilia can only watch the alien racer speed away from them.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no